Good morning. We're going to be looking at another one of our series of private dashboards today. I hope you'll enjoy this one as much as I do. Okay, today we're going to be looking at our dashboards. This is the Institutional Effectiveness website. If I click on dashboards, we have several public dashboards and then we have private dashboards. Last week we talked about the retention dashboard. Today we're going to be looking at the 4- and 6-year graduation rate dashboards that are private to our licensed users. If I click on that link, it's going to take me to the Tableau login site. I won't let you see me log in, but that is where you'll use your university's credentials to log into the server. Okay, here's our 4-year graduation rate dashboard. This is for first-time full-time degree-seeking undergraduates, what would traditionally be known as the freshman cohort. Very similar as far as design to the retention dashboard we looked at last time. You can see the total number of students from each cohort. The 964 represents the number of students that haven't graduated in 4 years. The 359 students is the ones that have graduated over that, that started in 2014. 27.1% of those students have graduated. You can see that we have that same design for all the years. There's several years. These go back all the way to 2009. If you try to click on a year like 2019, you're going to see something that doesn't look very meaningful. That's because there's no 4-year graduation rate yet calculated for that group of students because there hasn't been 4 years to graduate. So anyway, the cohort that came in during the fall of 2018 would be the most recent 4-year graduation date that we have. Go ahead and click that, turn that back off. As with the retention dashboard that we looked at last week, you can see there are lots of different filters to choose from if you want to look at those. If you want to see whether or not the males or the females perform better, that information is available in this dashboard. Again, if you want to mix and match them, you can. If you want to look at the females that receive Pell, you can pick a yes on the Pell and select females. That's the female members of the freshman cohort that receive Pell their first semester. These are incoming students. That would be people that were Pell eligible incoming. Pell's semester by semester. Always a good idea to go ahead and reset these when you're making changes. There are overall Pell recipient numbers. I'm going to go ahead and turn that back to all. One thing I want to clarify here, it says the major college of the first semester. If you pick one of these colleges, this doesn't necessarily mean that the people that graduated, these are the graduation rates for those people that started in ag and natural sciences. That doesn't necessarily mean that they finished in ag and natural sciences. It means that they graduated from WT, but they may have changed their degree to another college within their time here at WT. That's just the major that they started with. Okay, when I get through having all the fun that I can with this particular dashboard, I'll go ahead and turn that back to all colleges for the overall graduation rates. When you get finished with the dashboard, you can go ahead and close that tab. It will take you back to the list of dashboards from the website. I'm going to go ahead and click on the 6-year graduation rate dashboard. If you notice that this time it takes you straight into the dashboard because I've already logged in. That process has already been done. So now I'm looking at the graduation rates for the 6-year graduation rates for the same group of students. Again, same number of people in the cohort. Well, for the particular year, this is 2014, which is the group we were looking at a minute ago. The Students down here in the maroon color are the students that have graduated. The students that are in this tan color above are the number of students that haven't graduated yet in that 6-year period. You can see the graduation rates below each bar. Again, a number of years here, going back to 2009. If we select a year like 2017, going to see that no data exists because, again, there hasn't been enough time period to go through in order for those students to have graduated in 6 years. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that back off. And again, you're going to see the same number or the same filters that you saw in the first dashboard that we were looking at a minute ago, the 4-year graduation rates. You've got your gender, it's one of those filters, your first year or your major department, major college, first gen, race, ethnicity, and Pell eligibility. So again, if we want to mix and match those, and I want to look at, say, the Hispanic students that receive Pell their first semester, that would be reflective of that group. I can continue to do that. How about the number? Of course, this gets more and more. One of the reasons it's a private dashboard is because as you refine these searches more and more, the bigger risk you have of identifying an individual student. But I'm going to go ahead and add the first gen characteristic and say, let's look at the people that are the Hispanic population that were first gen students, received Pell, that graduated within a 6-year period. And again, you have the number of students total, if you want to add those together, and you have each of those students that were able to graduate in 6 years. That's that dashboard.